You're all good.
Okay, so in this station we're going to be talking about mechanics and whistleblowing. I'm going to be covering mechanics while my partner here, Kingston, is going to be covering whistleblowing. The biggest thing with mechanics is basically stay in your TV box. When I say that is don't put your signals down here, don't put them up here, just keep them right here and crisp. Just don't flail out when you do the signals. Just make sure it's almost like a robot. You're basically just crisp with it. You never see people on TV like just rolling it out, stuff like that, and just flailing. So just try to keep it professional and just move along with that. So you guys might want to spread out a little bit because we're gonna do some of the actual signs today for football.
Yeah, go ahead and put your paper down and then we'll go through this.
One of the biggest signs you're gonna use as the back field judge and the back judge is pass interference. So it's basically you're just pushing and then you're pointing to whichever team did it. So pass interference on the offense, and that's all you got to do.
Incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. Everyone's gonna have to do this at one point probably. Just 2 times. You're not gonna sit here and just keep going on and on. Just 1, 2, incomplete pass.
Nice and
yeah.
It's only the ref that announces it, right? So like if you're the back judge, you're gonna run over to the ref and tell him?
Yeah, or if you guys communicated before, you can just signal it. Just be like, pass, well, false start on that or something.
Hit on that next as well. But with the incomplete pass, make sure we're stopped. So we're moving down, incomplete pass. I stop, incomplete, nice and crisp, nice and high and slow, and then we keep going. It's not we're moving going like this because this looks bad. Go with touchdown.
Touchdown? The biggest one is a touchdown. Make sure your arms are just extended. Don't just go halfway up. Just make sure you come to a complete stop and do that. We see a lot of times people running down the field doing this. Don't do that.
Start and stop the clock.
Start and stop the clock. It's a big thing under 2 minutes. So just to start the clock, you're gonna blow your whistle and just whine 2 or 3 times. And that just allows the referee to show the back judge to press start on the stopwatch that they have. And then stop the clock is above your head, just 2 or 3 times. Stop the clock. Try to get their attention.
Backwards pass.
Backwards pass, you can have as many of these as you want. So when you see a backwards pass, make sure you put your arm to whichever way they passed it and you would say back. So it'd be back to make sure everyone knows. Because you can cross the line of scrimmage, toss it backwards, and someone can throw it downfield as long as that's the first forward pass.
Encroachment.
When the defense crosses the neutral zone, it's encroachment. So you just put your hands on your hips, just touch them, and point to the defense.
False start.
No. Another one is false start. You're gonna sit here and roll it out. If you never know a signal, when in doubt, roll it out, because that's usually probably what it is.
Safety.
When the offense gets put back in their own end zone, it's a safety. You just put it above your hand and just make a triangle basically, or a pyramid.
Inadvertent whistle.
I don't know that one. Oh. When a referee accidentally blows an inverted whistle, you have to kill the play then. So when you just point it out and you put your hand forward. Inverted whistle. And a big one is flag guarding. Everyone's gonna have to do this at one point. You put your hand at your side and you basically flick your wrist twice. Flag guarding.
And same hand.
And then make sure whichever hand you do, you point it. So if you're pointing that way to your left, flick it with your left hand. And the same with illegal contact is basically you hit yourself. If you're gonna point that way, illegal contact on the offense or illegal contact on the defense.
Illegal forward pass.
When it's an illegal forward pass, you're gonna put one hand behind your back around your waistline. And usually that goes with it is a loss of down, which is one hand behind your head. So most of the time you're gonna be illegal forward pass on the offense, results in a loss of down, and then whatever down it is, or it's a turnover or something like that.
Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer is just, think about how the quarterback throws it with one hand. You coming down straight across, you're slashing. Roughing the passer on the defense, automatic first down.
And then we have unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct is just you're putting your hands straight out. Just making a T. Just make sure You just come out straight, unsportsmanlike conduct on whatever player.
And opening.
For co-rec, everyone's going to be signaling if it's closed or open, but the referee's going to say it. So if it's open, you're going to put your hand down at your side and have an open palm to resemble it's an open play. So you just say, play is open, and then if it's closed, come across your chest, and that just says that the players can't just throw it from a male to a male anymore, or a female to a female. It has to be, a female has to be involved in some aspect.
Like Twig just said, everyone's keeping track of this. Same with everyone is keeping track of downs as well, what down it is. But this is a big communication part with the referee and the line judge. Just because you guys work together so much, because you guys are close together. So when I'm always at line judge and say Twig's at referee, if I get the spot, I chop him in and then I go open, or I open it up. I'll go like this. Just so he knows, I mean, he may already keep track because he's supposed to, but it lets you know that everyone's on the same page. If we have two separate things, so I go it's closed and he's go it's open, you get together and then you talk about it, or he might be like, oh, that's right, I missed something. It's a quick thing like that. So you can go ahead and kill that. Thank you. And then we'll spread out now because we're gonna start